Hi Anusha Tervin Sarnai.
Teruvan Saranai Vilaschi and Teruvan Saranai everyone. Ariyu, Shreyas,
Hello.
Ashutosh, and Vishal, Vipashan. Thank you.
Vipshan, you made him Vipassana.
Okay, Vipshan.
Yeah, so today what I was thinking, I don't know, you can correct me. I'm taking the Four Noble Truths with Salayatan. This I was investigating for days now, and it gave me a tremendous experience at how the dukkha happens with the six senses and how you drop even for a second the craving, how you can feel relieved of that pain, and what steps you have taken to make that go away. Okay. So I had done a Vibhanga Sutta 2018 for a monk who had asked me to do it. So I thought it is time to basically go through that. At that time, I was an amateur talking on a deep subject because at that time I was not an anagami for sure. Okay. In the year 2018, I doubt whether I was. I was only branded as a Jati Sotapanna for my knowledge. I have no idea I was an Anagami at that point in time. So now when I see it, I really can feel that I was not an Anagami at that point in time. When I did that Vibhanga Sutta. Maybe I was still a Sotapanna and whatever knowledge I had gained, I just blabbered it. It was not bad, but it was not good either. Yes, Hari.
I listened to it. It's very good. I mean, it's still to me that's one of the best ones. I mean, at least the early
Yes,
ones.
I know it is. But today, what I'm going to speak shadows that for sure. So this is one sutta where you can find out the difference between, especially Aryu for you, you can find out that time versus this, and that gives you the confidence on your teacher. So I thought it will cover up both, one on the faith, one on the sila, one on the saddha, one on the virya, one on the all of that. So each one of those. So let's begin our journey then. So there are two vibhangas basically talking about the same thing in a different way. One is Salayatanavibhanga in Majjhima Nikaya itself, it is there, and we are talking about Vibhanga Sutta, which is there in Majjhima Nikaya, is 141, MN 141. What is Vibhanga? Vibhanga means division, divide. Salayatana, six senses, if you divide it, if you break it down, if you see it separately, you will see you're holding something which doesn't have anything as an essence there. In the same way, if you're understanding the such truth in the Salayatana, you will immediately get peace. So what I'm wishing, not expecting, I'm wishing for all of you is to experience that Rupa getting away from the Vedana, the Rupa Vedana getting away from the Sanya, and the Rupa Vedana Sanya getting away from Sankhara, and the Sankhara getting away from Vijnana, separate individual as a khanda or a heap. That's it, just a heap, there's nothing more to it. No grasping of it, upadana of it. So, Satya Vibhanga, Salayatana Vibhanga brings to the five aggregates. And if you see, it becomes the Four Noble Truths. Oh, sorry, that becomes the Buddha teaching per se. So now, let's look at this I carefully, and the object is being seen. If there were no consciousness between the object and the I, it gets a blurred vision. Actually, just like the camera, like this, is focusing on one thing, but the background is blurred. If you focus on something, only that thing comes into your notice, which is vijnana. But if you just see as seeing, there's nothing which you're taking. And the very moment you find peace, some kind of cool feeling, some kind of expansion in the heart, some kind of a very happy feeling, if you really observe. Between the sight and the eye, just see as the camera is just rolling like this, not clicking anything, just watching. No analysis of what this object is. Like I'm watching this screen, just watching the screen. I'm not watching as Vilas. I'm just watching it. Or what happens? The ayatana does not happen. You can only see the chakku indriya, and you can see the rupa, but there is no eating of that to the consciousness. So it is a very light feeling. Now, can I do it with ear? Can I do it with tongue? Can I do it with nose? Can I do it with body? Can I do it with mind? So this 6 ways of seeing or getting attached as a lay person, as a householder, he experiences happiness, he experiences sadness. When it happens, he's happy. Doesn't happen, he's unhappy. So the two kinds of dukkha comes, the weight on the body or the anxiety what is created in getting that. There is a fever, parilaha is fever. The person gets feverish of that object until he gets it. Once he gets it, it's gone. There's no longer any interest in that. It can be anything. So he heats up, gets it. After getting it, there's nothing he got out of it. So he gets into another room now. That is gone, another one has come. Another one is gone, the next one is come. So can I do something? Can I do something to it so that I don't have to keep on heating things up? So Nibbana is cooling, samsara is heating. Or samsarana is heating up, nissarana is cooling down. Got it? Can I do that? Question. Yes, you can do it. But how? You can do it by understanding the Four Noble Truths. Okay, now what is this Four Noble Truths? This I going in search of an object is a dukkha. Why? It has to meet the requirement. Whatever is there in the mind, the feeling and perception and the sankhara, these three becomes the mind. Whatever I preparing it, making it up, made up, that I want in that object. Let's say take Aryu as an example, since he had come to Bangalore. I love Aryu because he is my most favorite student. What if he was not? And I hate him, obviously. So what I'm doing now, I'm making it up, producing something. If this is a production, there should be a dukkha associated with it. Painful. Producing something is not an easy thing. Producing a child not a simple activity. Producing food is not a simple activity. Producing a house is not a simple activity. That means producing anything at all, you have to take strain, physical strain and mental strain. But you have to do it. It's not that, okay, now it is painful, so let me not do it. You should do it. There's no other way. You have to earn for a living. You have to do it. And if you're earning for a living, you have to meet people. You have to take the pain. Like Anusha was asking me yesterday on many things, afternoon. We had a call. You have to meet people. And people will be talking their viewpoint. They will be talking worldly things. And you have to take that suffering. It's a suffering. Nothing you can do. We have to take it. Now the question comes, why I should take this pain? Meaning the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, this body, and the mind are 6 animals which I am not able to tame them. And hence I am in dukkha, obviously. Because eye will go in one place, ear will go in another place, the nose will go in another place, the tongue will go in another place, the body will run in another place, and the mind goes somewhere else. Am I not tired? And that's the dukkha, basically. Now, will I be happy? No. Why? Because the object which is come, go away. It comes in my vicinity, but it goes away. So, if I were to take this example again, 2nd of July was the most interesting day for Aryu. So much of preparation. 1st of July is when he took the flight in the US time, which is 2nd of July in India. So much of anxiety, so much of worry, so much of preparation. He's preparing his journey. He's having so many hopes. He has so much of thinking. He has so much of aspirations. He's so much of expectation. He's so much of everything that he forgot all about the body pain. He forgot about the jet lag. He forgot about everything. The pain being in the airport is forgotten. The pain of leaving the house and going to the airport is forgotten. The pain of sitting for 16.5 hours in a flight is forgotten. The pain of getting down in another airport and taking a flight to Bangalore is forgotten. All in anticipation, which is a dukkha. And that poor guy, he meets me. He thinks something is going to happen. And what a pity that nothing happened. After 24 hours of tribulation, nothing happens. Isn't that the biggest dukkha of all? You waited 24 hours desperately. Before that, 10th of June is when we planned it. So from 10th of June to 3rd of July, this person is in complete burning. For what? For an experience. Just an experience, nothing else. And today we are on 25th of July. That whole event is gone, dead. Even he will not remember now of his tribulation, the worry, the anxiety, the flight, and then the boarding pass, and sitting in the place, going to the washroom, eating, again sleeping, again thinking, again going here, going there, in that terrified cabin air. All along, he took a dukkha. All along. And now the question comes, should he? Obviously. There's no escape. Even if I were him, I would have taken that. There's nothing wrong. Like Vipshan works day and night on his studio. He's a very good painter. He has shown me his paintings. A fantastic painter. And he has a very good family. Very nice. Meet he and his wife. But he has to do it. He has a studio. He does recording and does so many things. He has to do it. Nothing else he can do. That means we all have to do whatever we are doing. No, that's guaranteed. Whether I am a lay or I am a recluse or a monk, a lay person has more things to do than a recluse. That's for sure. Because he has to more things to balance. Whereas a monk might not have more things to balance because down he's in a monastery, he can sit there and do whatever he wants. Somebody will feed him, somebody will give him some dress to wear, and that's it. But otherwise, it's good. Now, if I really see all of us, aren't we in dukkha? Meaning, you'd keep on doing the same thing again and again and again and again and again. Just a repetition. And this repetition is samsarana, going round and round, round and round. Aren't we doing that? Exactly, we're doing it. Exact the same. As you did yesterday, you're doing today. As you will be doing today, you'll be doing tomorrow. There won't be any change. Only if there's a change, there's a fear. As long as there is no change, it looks stable. That means presently, as I do things, I see no change, and hence it's me this permanency. And on top of permanency, I feel my choice has worked. And since my choice has worked for that day, I get a nicha sanya, perception of nicha. That is, it's working as per my choice, working as per my dictation. And that's what I'm actually getting that experience. And hence, I don't mind coming back again and again and again because I don't see the dukkha. But if I see this I is a dukkha, because it might not get that object. The ear is a dukkha. It might listen to the sound of its liking or may not. The nose is a dukkha because it likes to smell or doesn't like to smell. It has to smell. The tongue is a dukkha because it has to taste something or the other, or nothing it can do. Then this body is dukkha. The reason is that you have to maintain it. Everything has to be maintained. Eye has to be maintained, ear has to be maintained, nose has to be maintained, tongue has to be maintained. This whole physical structure, every part has to be made. Then the mind. If I don't maintain the mind will go wherever it wants. Now I have to pull it. Like what Aryu is trying his best. Pull the mind, asking it, sit, I want to meditate. Mind says, no, I am not. Do whatever you want. It's your problem. Now he's running pillar to post to find out what he can do. Isn't that a dukkha? So if we go by Sariputta saying, what is jati? Is the six senses coming into existence is jati. So jati pi dukkha. Why this jati is a dukkha? Because you don't like the eye and the sight, but you have to see and also see the sight. No exemption. Like when we went Patna, have you got a thought? What be I were to be born in this slum? He was so scared. I could see the way he put his question, that will any past karma comes and makes me rebirth in this kind of place. It's a scary feeling for sure. And The people on the road were there, scavenging everything, whatever they could. And the child, small child, maybe a 2 or 3 year old, running on the road, doesn't have anything to eat. And whatever is there, fallen, it is picking it and putting in the mouth. Just see the scene. It brings terror. Why? It didn't choose to be like that. Which child actually chose to be like that? To be born in such a underprivileged state. No privileges. It's still a human, not being a deva or not a dog. But isn't it leading a dog's life almost? So getting that fear is good. I appreciated Aryu that should fear. But I was telling him, how does it come? Tell me. If you're on Buddha Dhamma, how can it come? Because the chitta doesn't do something which will get you in lower existence. So the Duccharita Vipaka Sutta talks about if you are a human, you're reborn as a human. And there's another sutta which talks about when a person still continuing on the human birth, why he is deprived. So 10 Dasa Akusala, Buddha talks about each one of them, what brings in disrespect and what brings in respect, what brings in health and what brings in not good health. Each one thing is there. So I was telling Ari, why you should fear? What if I get such a life? It's good for contemplation, but don't have to fear. By fearing, you are bringing in kukucha. Kukucha means remorse feeling. Why? You don't have to be remorseful. You have not done anything that can get you there. So, isn't that a suffering? You're seeing something you don't want to see. See, what if we didn't have to go to Bodh Gaya? Would Aryu's eyes were to see that deprived condition and such a traffic jam? People everywhere. It's as many cows and dogs you could find, and so many people. And in the place where he's staying, hardly any person will go here, there, and very planned, meticulous. See, this chaotic. It's chaotic. It's nothing that it literally shook him. It really shook him. And we are used to it. It didn't shake us up. Because we have seen this. So the eye has got used to sight. So there's no feeling. Whereas for Aryu, there's a feeling and it's a dukkha. He didn't like it. All the time he was sitting, I don't think so he ever liked what he was seeing. I don't know, he can answer it because he's right in there. But I doubt whether he liked what he was seeing. Yeah, Aryu, go ahead.
No, I was practicing seeing things falling away on the road there, so I did not pick up too many
I
things.
know you did not, but whatever you picked up, it hurt you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time seeing some of the conditions where, there is the fine line between the monkeys and the kids that hang around there.
Right. So, if you are a witness as consciousness, you're witnessing helplessly in front of your eyes an object which you can't remove it. In the same way, the ear, you can't remove the sound. Chaotic sound, what you were hearing, can't remove. Can you remove the taste? No. Can you remove the smell? No. Can you remove the touch? No. Remove the thoughts? Aren't we a prisoner then? Absolutely. What to do? Nothing. Continue. Yes.
That's why so many people with chronic pains, and then they got into depression, and with the combination of both, they have to commit suicide because they
Exactly.
don't see a road out.
That drives suicide. Like Vipshan, what he was that day, we were talking about suicide. What drives a suicide? That you become so overburdened by these six senses that you try cutting it. It comes back again. So the only way you can do is to relinquish it, not crave for it. So, jati pi dukkha, jara pi dukkha. Every object we see, including this body, growing old. One day gone, or that is removed. Next day gone. That next day gone. Then 1 year gone. So the child is called 1 year old. It's called by what? By the body. But what about the eyes? What about the ear? What about the nose? What about tongue? What about the smell? What about the thoughts? They are also 1 year old, right? Hi, Chirag.
Hi, Vilas.
Okay, so they're also 1 year old. Now, when the child becomes 2 year old, what happens? Everything is 2 year old. Not only this body, but we only look at the body and say that child is 2 year old. And now I am a 52 year old, or going to be 52. What it means? In those number of years, the eyes have gone, the sight has gone, the ear has gone, the sound has gone, the taste has gone, the tongue has gone, the smell has gone, and the nose has gone. Body has gone, yes. I might be looking young of my age for whatever reason. But basically, isn't it gone? What's there to feel happy about? And what will I get again? Same eyes, same ear, all the six. Yeah, take it. So, dying of six senses is a dukkha. Soka parideva dukkha do manasa upayasapi dukkha. That means body pain, eye pain, ear pain, nose pain, tongue pain, thoughts pain. They pain. Literally, they pain. Because let's say I want to sit and watch the breath. Sorry, I will not allow you. Now, parideva, lamentation. I should have done this. I should have done that. I should be. All that. Okay. Soka parideva. Soka is grief. Parideva is lamentation. Dukkha is this pain, what I was talking about. Do manasa, mental pain. I don't have to see this, but you have to see. I can't see my parents passing away. Sorry, I have to see. I don't want to participate in funeral. I have to participate not only in your funeral, you have to participate in everybody's funeral. But I don't want them to die. Upayasa, helplessness. I'm really helpless. That day when I was looking at Ariu in Patna airport, when he was talking about this, what happens if I were to be born in this place? He's helpless. Can he now make it saying that I will never be born in India? He can't. He has not chosen to be born in China either. And none of us had made a pledge, whatever it is, I want to be born in India, or born in America, or born in wherever. No. If I ask Vipshan, did you ever choose to be born in Nepal? He doesn't even know where is Nepal till he was few years old. And then only the school said, you are in Nepal, you are in this place, that place, and started reading and said, I am a Nepalese. But if we were to ask him, do you know Nepal? And he might say, yeah, I know. How? Because he's been told. He's been taught. He doesn't know anything about Nepal. And if I were to ask Aryu about Guangzhou, he knows Guangzhou because that is where he was. But today he is in SFO, San Francisco. And he's an American now. Recently he got his thing changed to an American national. He now works for America. He no longer can call himself as a Chinese. He's a Chinese converted into an American. But if I were to ask are you happy being an American? I don't know whether his answer is yes. Because it depends on his job. It depends on so many other factors also, and he's helpless. And so is all. We're literally helpless. Isn't it such a suffering? And now what is birth? Birth is the jati sanjati. Jati is ja is in Pali and Sanskrit is birth. Jati iti is where it gets incepted. It means where you land. The six senses wherever it lands. And then it starts to grow, conceiving. So the act of conceiving is bringing this together. Okay, so sanjati, vakanti. Yes. Yes, Vipsha.
Yeah. So is the sixth sense like it arises in every plane? Like
Yeah.
Yep.
Animals have six senses.
Yes.
Birds have six senses. Insect has six senses. Anything
Even the
what we call sentient is six senses.
even the God realm above that.
Yes, absolutely right. They have, see, when we say I have a mind has six senses. Yes, are you got it?
But I guess in the higher realms, some of the lower senses doesn't get manifested. Like
Let us not
touch.
worry about the higher realm. Yes, you're right. In the Arupa Loka, there is no Rupa per se. That means six senses are there, but without Rupa.
Yeah, that was also something I was about to ask.
There's no Rupa. Rupa in the sense how it turns grossness and grossness and grossness and grossness and grossness. And when you start letting go of it, how it becomes subtle and subtle and subtle and subtle and takes you above. See, the below and above is what you can drop, what you can give up. If I don't want to give up Nepal, for sure, I will be reborn as a Nepalese. Some people are there, right? I'm a proud Nepal. I love Nepal. Or I love America. Or I love India. Okay, enjoy. Come back. Have this entire experience. Good. That's what you want. Okay. Have it to the best of your ability. So, the conception, that is sanjati, vakanti. Vakanti is when there is jati, sanjati, vakanti is when you can manifest. The consciousness is able to manifest with the six senses, providing with the required information, nutrition, or the food. So then it looks like a manifestative state, which is sanjati, vakanti, abhinibhatti. That is, now you can see, the scanning is done, you can see something inside the womb developing. Khandanam pathu bhav. 5 khandas, Rupa Vedana Sanya Sankhara Vijnana, can be seen, can be sensed. So the being also will be sensing it. So it will be kicking the mother, will be doing something, rolling here, rolling there. The mother feels, wow, my kid is doing this. Which kid? Whose kid are you talking about? Is that your kid? You're taking dukkha. But mother feels, no, 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 it's my child. And what does the father feel? He feels so happy. In fact, he feels so proud that I could produce a child. He doesn't know he has produced dukkha. Why? Now you have to do for him or her. Your whole life is now dedicated to a being who did not wanted to be here in the first place. Like I did not wanted to be here either. I have to ask my parents, hey, why did you bring me here? Even we don't know. Even we didn't wanted to be here. Somebody brought me here, so I have brought you here. Now enjoy, have fun. But there are conditions to be met. You have to be studying, you have to be reading, you have to be earning, you have to be all that you have to do. Basically, there is no running around, no escape. Samsarana, keep on going there only, just in circles. Then Khandanam Patabhavo Ayatanam Patilabh. Now this sense fields have got created like a field. They remain in that field. So when you try seeing them, they attract. When I see the sight, I say, that's my wife, field. Oh, that's my son, field. Oh, that's my home, field. That's a fantastic taste, field. It's all field of experience. It's dukkha because after enjoying that, it's gone. Or after suffering also it is gone. Whether you enjoy or suffer, they both are the same. Now, how does this happen? Very simple, craving. Why am I in dukkha? Because you love craving. So I crave for the dukkha. And somebody will say, no way. Yes, sir, you are losing it. But you want it again. Want it again, you have to create the tendencies, sankhara. And to prepare. Keep on preparing. Okay. Then comes jara. In the satta, whatever I call it as atta here, as a being, it doesn't even stay for a day. Morning, by the night, teeth will come. There was no teeth when the infant was born. Slowly the fever will come. He didn't ask for fever. Fever will come. Doctor will say, good news. What? Good news. Fever and good news. No, the fever is there means he's getting teeth. Okay, then he can eat himself. Why? You're tired of feeding that idiot. Now at last it can eat on its own. And then when it starts walking on its own, you feel very relieved. I don't have to carry it. Like a bucket, I'm carrying it. Now it can land on its own. And since it is feeding and feeding and feeding, it is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. It's a mass of flesh to carry. But the mother feels I'm carrying my baby. It's actually carrying a bucket filled with water. And same thing with the father. Am I not worried about it? I should be. Yes, Chirag. Okay. So basically, am I not seeing an old age here? Old age doesn't mean that the old age has come. No. Every moment it is going off. The previous condition is gone, then a new condition comes, and the new condition is gone, and the next new condition has come, and the next new condition is gone. So many conditions, right? In a day. And while I was a child, did I ever anybody told me that you have to be working in a place and earning? You have to go through politics, you have to go through all kind of things for an earning, just for an earning. You're just earning for a living, basically. And all that you look is for comfortable chair, comfortable table, comfortable bed, comfortable, all comfort. And you can't define what is the comfort, but comfort. And the dukkha you're going to take for that, endless. And ultimately, nobody cares. Let's say I were to quit the company where I'm working. My colleagues care. If the company closed down because of me, no. In fact, they'll be very happy. This guy's gone. And even I am very happy I am got rid of it. Let's say I get another job. Would I be worried about that company? I say, oh, good riddance. Now I am associated with this company. I'm excited and I'm looking forward to work. Like how Shreyas did it. He was working in one good company. Another company offered him. He said, this company is trash, so let me go to that company. But pain is a pain. Pain is non-transferable. Like an insurance company sells a medical insurance and says that I will refund the money, but I have to ask him a question. Can you take my pain of going to the hospital? In place of me, you go to the hospital. And the answer is no. Pain is non-transferable. You have to suffer on your own. And that suffering, which you get it, is dukkha, and the death is the highest dukkha you can ever get because it erases everything a person has done. Because all have passed out. The sight has passed out, the sound has passed out, the taste, touch, smell, thoughts, whatever you thought as mine, gone forever. No longer I can claim I'm an American or an Indian or a Nepali or this or that or whatever it is. All the land is gone. And where we will be born, God only knows. You'll be born with 6 senses. Yes, go ahead.
And just now, when you're talking about upayasa, the desperation, right? I was thinking that the biggest desperation is trying to get back to the body and not able to, and seeing the
Yes.
person you love, and then you try to interact and they don't. I used to have a dream where I was floating away, and there are some people who I know they're looking for me, and I was desperately trying to tell them, "Hey, I'm here," but they cannot see me. But if you felt a huge desperation, like a
Yeah, so
complete,
I could remember the out of body experience I had in 95, exactly the same experience. When you're happy being out, but you want to get back. And if 9 holes closes, 9-hole golf course, and that's it. So 95, that experience shook me off because I knew I'm dead, meaning I knew that I'm floating. I knew that that's it. I also feeling very happy being out of the body, but I'm also scared. Like when I was seeing my mother and she died, okay, and I was able to see how she is after her death. As we put her in that funeral pyre, seeing how she feels, how a person feels losing his or her own body, and the helpless state that person would be in. Because now he doesn't have a home. Like somebody taking this house and putting it into pieces. Or where will you go? It's up to you where you want to go. House is no longer yours. What a feeling! Oh my God, I need to construct this house again. It's dangerous. It's a dangerous place. And that's death. And the people living around will have sorrow. And if you lose that person, you are in sorrow. Let's say me and my wife is so close to me, so dear, I'm so close to her. What if she dies? Can I be happier with that? I only wish she doesn't die. It's my wish. Sorry, you're here not for wishing. You're here to lose everything. Whatever is mine is gone. That's dukkha. So the soak will be so hard that the body becomes quite heavy. The patavi dhatu will take over. The person is in grief. The earth element takes over. And when earth compresses, you feel terrible. It's like weight being put on you. And hence, when somebody is dead, and if you go to that dead person's home, the environment itself is so heavy that anyone over there will feel heaviness. They don't feel lightness. So when my mother died, I wanted to make things very light because I was having some of this Buddha Dhamma. So my uncle, when my father died, he was very strict, saying that you should do this, you should do that, and blah, blah, blah. But when my mother died, after 7 years, my father died 7 years earlier. So 2010, he died, and 2017, my mother died. So if I take that, during my father's death, I was in pain because I was 30 plus then. But when my mother died, there was no pain. I was very happy that I know I'm going to lose her one day. I've already lost her. So there's nothing to be crying about. That was a real deep experience of losing in front of you. And that too, she died in a circumstances where she died on the road. She went on a walk and she died. And nobody knew what caused her death, what happened. Early morning, she just, as usual, she used to go for a walk. She went, never returned. And one person saw this woman falling and she held for some time and the froth started coming from her mouth. She got scared. Another person was walking by who knew my mother. He said, I'm going to tell her son, but I don't stay at my parents' home. So then that neighbor got alerted and said that this woman has fallen and can you come? And that neighbor went, picked her up, and then gave me a call in the morning saying that your mother is in hospital, can you come over? And then I and my wife, we went there, and then they showed me, here is your mother, dead. And there was no shock. I just brought her body, did everything, done. Because anyway, I had lost her. So there was no need to cry. And I never cried. At least for my father, I cried. But for my mother, I never cried. Even today, I have not cried. Not even a single tear. No. Because anyway, I've lost her. So there's nothing more to lose. So, if I see on that, we are here to lose everyone anyway. And we ultimately have to lose ourselves too. Otherwise, that is going to be a lamentation job. On lamenting, I should have done this, I should have taken care of her, I should have asked her not to go walking in the morning. I've told her several times during the winter season, don't go out, and this and that. And could have. It's stupidity. I don't have to do that. It's gone. And that's a dukkha. And then the body pain. Just the body pain. All the time body pain. Some or the other thing will be paining. It's a pain. And when you came there to the hospital, if you were seeing what they were doing to me, it was excruciating pain. And they never had any concern saying that what would happen to this guy. Should I do something little, I will just what to do? Enjoy the ride. And this six senses has displeasure. They will never be under pleasure anytime. All the six. So there is going to be domanasa. That is mental pain. You lose something, the immediate mental pain will come. I have invested money in this place, on this stock, and it falls down. I don't care if I had not invested in that stock and it falls down. I don't care, but it's my money which I have put there, and then my caring starts. Like that, I've invested in a plot, I've invested in a house, I invested in this, I've invested in that, or whatever I've invested my time on my wife, I've invested time on my kid, all that. And when it doesn't work out, there is going to be a mental pain. And ultimately, every day, years like that, if you go, and then you have upayasa, helplessness. It ends in helplessness, a daily dose of helplessness. So it looks so depressive. Buddha Dhamma is so depressive. It's not. It's actually, it opens up a delusion. So the six senses, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, thinking, will bring only the pain because they don't stay. There's no way I can make them stay in one place. Like six animals grazing in different grounds. Eye will graze one where, ears will graze another where, the nose will graze another where, and tongue will go another place. They are always trouble. And why are they troublesome? Because there is craving in each one of the senses. So if I were to cut the craving through the Buddha Dhamma, then it is peaceful. Because the senses have taken me for a ride. Let me take the senses for a ride. I will say, hey, eyes, don't see there. Okay. Hey, ear, don't hear that. Okay. Hey, nose, don't do that. Okay. Hey, tongue, you're not here to enjoy every taste. What if I have diabetes? Like when the doctor report came, the first thing I was looking at is whether I have diabetes. And I don't have diabetes. Because I can be eating all the chocolates you have given, and what Chirag has given. Chirag had given 2 boxes of chocolate. I was just thinking, oh my goodness, what a wrong timing to go in for a sugar test. That Chirag has gifted me so much, and even what's that? Chuan had given such nice chocolate, and then I had asked you to bring that big big confectionery store itself, right? So you have brought that Girardelli chocolate. That's so tasty, and I have selected each one of those flavors. And why one? You brought two because you thought instead of paying $40, let me pay $80, and then that means you brought 200 chocolates. And on top of that, Lata gives me that chocolates. She also says that Vilas loves chocolate, so why don't I bring it from Poland? So I've got all kind of chocolates now. The whole refrigerator is filled up with chocolate, and comes the blood test. And what happens? And she said, the doctor said you have to have your urine tested, culture test. Okay, and blood in the urine is one problem. That means your kidney has a problem. And urine has salt deposit, and it has sugar deposit, means you can't eat any one of those chocolates forever. What a pain, what a pity, right? And Chirag has sent it in memory of his sister and his father, and nothing I can do. I had to give it to someone saying that, okay, this is from Chirag. Anyway, I had thanked, and I said that let this merit go to his father and his sister. But then ultimately, I have to only eat it, and I'm deprived of eating. And so when the test came, and that day, I went to that girl's home. So she tested, right? It had come 162. That means 140 is the maximum you can have as a random blood sugar. It has come 162. That means you're borderline diabetic. So isn't that a pain? In the first place, craving for chocolate, which I can't eat, right? 8th of July, 9th you're flying, and 9th I'm supposed to get my sugar test done. So when I did that, it came to 101. Ah, great! What a relief! Oh yeah, I can eat all the chocolates now. I don't have sugar. I mean, I don't have sugar means I would have dead by now, but I don't have a sugar disease. I'm a diabetic. Okay. So now I can give sermon and diabetes. What if I had craving? Was I ready to give all these chocolates? Don't eat it off. Take it. I could have done that. I'm just saying, if I'm really craving, I will not. I would say that out of 100, give me only one chocolate. Just one. That craving. At least one before I die. 100 things before I die. Let me eat this Ghirardelli chocolate. I love it. My tongue cannot survive without it. So that would have happened. But anyway, so if I stop craving for sight, fantastic thing happens. The sight comes, it goes away, but you are not troubled. The sound comes, by itself it will go away. You don't have to do anything. So the meditation is all about, like what Vrinda has gone for, that vipassana, is all about looking at this sensation or the body feeling which comes from the body. And when the feeling comes from the body, it comes with something. It will come as a pleasure or as a pain or a neutral. Generally, we go behind the pleasure and we forget the pain. But in this Vipassana course, have to endure the pain also. Can't react to the pain. And that's even more painful. It's like adding pain over the pain. Already it's painful, right? Now to sit for 10 days in a place and not even do anything about that pain. It is even more painful. But that's how you can see that this dukkha has two dimensions. The sukha itself is dukkha, and dukkha anyway is dukkha. That means you are literally seeing what is dukkha. So when you practice this for 10 days, what basically happens? The first 5 days, the mind is not willing to do anything. It will fight. Six senses will fight. The seventh day, they become very, okay, do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm stuck. So the animals are no longer going grazing. They say that, okay, I'm tired. Help me in whichever way you can. And there's nothing you can do. And then you start getting experience. 7, 8, 9. 10th day, you've burnt yourself so much, you have to have metta. That means you should have a loving kindness on yourself, because you're tortured your whole body and the mind. Now say, okay, all good. Then come back. What if I continue this for 6 months? In all conditions, sight, sound, taste, touch, smell, and thought. Then from a householder life, staying at this home, I become an anagarika, homeless. Eye doesn't have a home. Ear doesn't have a home. Tongue doesn't have a home. Nose doesn't have a home. Body doesn't have a home. Heart doesn't have a home. So when I was given this suggestion in Sri Lanka, I said, yeah, that's a good way to analyze. So if somebody calls me anagarika, I feel very happy. Ah, okay, homeless person. Or rather, they could have called me hopeless person. Because without home, you're hopeless anyway. So any which way, I'm hopeless person. So I feel very happy that I am an anagarika, because I don't have a home. So this place where I'm sitting is not my home anyway. Any which way I take, it's not my home. It's just a house. I don't treat this as my home, or this is my. In fact, nothing here is mine. Everything is gifted. So today, if I were to wrap up this room, nothing belongs to me in real sense. This chair was gifted. This table is gifted. And this whole setup is gifted. There's not even one thing I can call it's mine. It's all donated. I don't have anything, including that Buddha thing which I put there. It was gifted, it's donated. So I can't claim as mine. Everything is gifted. So it doesn't belong to me. So what doesn't belong to me, I can't take it as mine. Even the name is not mine because it was given. My parents gave me Vilas, but I never kept it. It's not mine then. So with that, I get rid of Kama, Chanda and Vyapada. That's a beautiful experience to have. And now the step I have followed, if I were to see on the six senses, I can really see that if you have Sammaditthi, that is a proper view of what real it is. This body has come, agreed, but it didn't stay even for a day. Like when I was an infant, I was there watching it, but the body moved away. The sight came, it moved away. The sound came, it moved away. The taste came, it moved away. Like that till now, as I speak. So nothing has stayed, but I'm still watching it. Watching is there, but it's not mine. I'm getting people and I'm losing people. Getting people, losing people. That's exactly what's happening. I got a job, I lost the job, but then I got another job and that job got lost and another job. So like that. I didn't have any relationship as a wife or a son, that was not there, and it came. And now my infant son of 1 month old is now 22-year-old. Or he's no longer a son, to be honest. He's just an adult. He has his own mind and he has his own body, or he has his own thinking, and he will be settling down wherever he's settling down. Ultimately, only two people might remain here. And if that person dies, if one person stays here, after that person dies, only one person stays, or might not stay at all. Gone. That's such a fear. So where is Kama Chanda then? Where is interest for sensuality? Not there. And hence, there can't be any irritation at all. Because it's such a pain. Holding on to the senses is such a pain. So why don't I get rid of it? Yes. And now can I see everyone in the same way? Absolutely true. Can I see Aryu in that same way? Yes. Can I see Vipshan? Can I see Chirag or anyone? Anusha or whoever is there, including the wife, including the son, including the neighbor, including relatives, including everyone, a dog and a pig and a mosquito to ant to everything. Can I see it same way? Yes, I can. But they are all the same anyway. Six senses plus one consciousness, and that's it. In one side, or six dhatus, that is earth, water, air, fire, space, and consciousness. That's it. So I've seen the first noble truth for myself. I've seen the second noble truth for myself. I've seen the third noble truth for myself, and the path I've taken. If I've understood it right, that it is five khandhas or five aggregates. I've seen it. That is, if I see a rupa, it comes with solidity outside, liquidity inside. If I cut open, the liquid will come. In the eye, a tear comes, is a water coming, basically. I can call it as tear, but actually water is coming. When I go for urination, water comes. Either a solid will come or liquid will come. There's only two things which will. And if I touch, the temperature is there. That's not mine, it's just a temperature. And then what else can I get? This is taking a space. If I am dead and they put another photograph there, born so and so date and dead so and so date, it's just a picture that's taking space there, but no longer that person can sit here on this chair. Simple. So, and there is movement, like they're moving all of this. This movable things is vayu, is air. So basically, I can see all the 5 elements. And the magician who is doing all this magical thing is consciousness. So now I've seen the rupa, I have seen the feelings, like what she had gone for, Linda had gone for vipassana. And you can see the feelings, you can see the perception, you can see the preparation you are doing or the makeup things you are doing. And in the 10 days, there's no makeup thing, you can't make up anything. You basically cannot do anything. You have to sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there forever. Whatever comes, comes. You can't sleep, you can't sleep. You can sleep, you can sleep. And nobody cares whether you sleep or you don't sleep. You can't write anything. You can't chat to anyone. You can't say anything to anyone. So you're basically able to see that. And then the consciousness, which creates different experiences. That's the job of consciousness, just to give you experience. Now, having seen yourself, you have now the proper determination, samma sankappo. So that will bring you to samma vacha. So your speech will be proper. Then you will do a proper work, samma kammanto. Then you'll have a right livelihood, a proper livelihood, samma ajivo. I'm not going to earn for live for earning. I'm earning for living. And that's what I'm doing. If I quit this year end, I have to take a decision whether I should continue or not. If they say don't continue, I'm the most happiest person because I don't have to earn for living also. Because I've earned enough for my future living. It's not to do anything. So, Samma Ajivo will, if we have all this, then Samma Vayamo, that is proper effort to knock down 2 immoral things and develop 2 moral things. When that happens, the sati comes. Samma sati. When sati is there, samadhi is definitive. So now I established in samadhi. And with this noble eightfold path, I basically have started ending the journey. Samsara. That's it. So knowing the ayatana, that is the sense field, that is they enjoy or suffer in the field. Just you create like a field, like you have, if we have this farming, and you create a field there, a rice field and a wheat field and a joe field and cabbage field and like that. These are the 6 fields. Only that will grow. I will not like to hear the sound. I will go inside. Ear will go in search of sound. It will not look at eyes. It has no interest. So the rice field will be rice field. The wheat field will be wheat field. You can't make a wheat grow in a rice field and rice grow in a wheat field without changing the manure, without changing the soil. Soil is fit only for rice. The soil is only fit for wheat. So the eyes has its own field. Ears has its own field. The nose has its own field. Cutting the field, that is, don't create a crop structures. Cut them off. And then you don't experience an individual existence. Experience the whole existence. So now you're a holistic person. When you're a holistic person, there is no longer any anxiety. There's no anxiety, there is no suffering. And when there's no suffering, you know you have ended the suffering. So then you turn to be an anagami because now you know there is no womb which can take you. There's no womb of existence. Arhat is when he has ended completely the six senses which cannot grasp anywhere. That's the difference. So, Ari, one question for you. Since you have heard Salayatanavibhanga previous and this, what difference do you find?
To me, the previous experience was probably more profound because it's probably a more proper intro of the Four Noble Truth for me. So I get maybe a better experience because here a lot of things I've heard. So, but now you've integrated Salayatana into this discussion, which was not there before. So
Yeah, that was only on the Salayatanavibhanga as a text, basically.
Yeah.
So the problem with that approach is that it becomes more, what I can say, theoretical. What I wanted to do is, based upon the experience what I have on Four Noble Truth, I wanted to see how this works. Because if we have the knowledge of the six senses and we are able to do vipassana on that six sense, then what happens is that craving ends. When the craving ends, your suffering also ends.
yeah, I think for that one you gave really detailed explanation of Sukha Parideva Dukkha Domanassa Payasa. So once you get in depth with dukkha like this, you really can see it so pervasive. And I think that was what made the very nice experience for me when I listened to the video back then.
Yep. But this time I didn't want it to do like that because we have already gone through the theory. So now it's good to have some practice. So when I say meditation, if I'm doing vipassana, or if I'm doing samatha, first I'm putting the mind to a tranquil, bring all the six senses, a withdrawal state, right? Through the breath. Breath connects six senses. If I watch the breath, senses will start to merge rather than being in the field. You're pulling back senses to the breath. So once you establish there, now you're ready on vipassana. So now you can choose the object, what you want to observe. You will be observing exactly the same. If I want to observe dukkha, I can observe. If I want to observe the anatta, I can do that. If I want to observe anicca, I can do that. If I want to observe the five aggregates, I can observe. If I want to observe patisamutpada, I can observe. So now the mind is ready for that kind of an experience. So, Sila Samadhi Panya is something where you first become moral so that the senses don't graze there. Because morality brings in that withdrawal sense that, oh, I might be doing mistake. Oh shit, this will bring me bad things. This will bring me good things. So let me develop good thing. Let me leave the bad thing. Six senses. Then when that happens, then your samadhi is established. Once you are in samadhi, you basically are in a driver's seat. That is sati. It's perfect. So you have the five indriyas or five these wheels, what we talking about all the time. So now the when we call Indra, it means basically Lord, overlord. So the five senses, these five senses are the overlord. They will ensure that the field is not taken over by these five senses of grasping. Right? So these unique senses will have power. So the five bala will get developed, and that gives you the seven bhujanga factors experience. And that will make you experience the Arya Tangika Magga, Noble Eightfold Path of Perfection. So that is 37 factors of awakening. So when I say I'm awakened, it includes from Sati, to, through watching the breath. I can take the breath, take that, so drop it. I am ready for the vipassana. And you can see the Four Noble Truths in that. Chirag, any comment from your side?
Not for this one. I mean, I'm mostly trying to absorb information.
Okay, it's too much.
And I think it's also because I think I joined quite late. So maybe I have let's say more questions than if I joined earlier.
Brinda, how about you?
Same. Even I am absorbing. I'm joined later.
Okay. Please.
Yeah. This time looking up the terms, when you say certain terms, I just open up a tab and try to find out.
Okay. Yeah, the Pali thing, right? Yeah, that becomes a problem. So basically, what happens is that in this sutta, that is, if you are going to open through suttacentral.net, you can search for MN141. He has already shared, but Rio has shared in the same chat. Our friend is great. He doesn't want you to waste time in searching.
He's like a librarian of suttas.
Yes, he has a library sutta. So that sutta uh, is one sutta where Sariputta explains. This is a beautiful sutta, more beautiful than anywhere you can find, because he gives a complete explanation for each one. The problem is with the English translation. Some places you can't really translate, like Abhini Bhatti. Abhi is higher. Nibhatti is to see, to get manifested. So then I can only use manifestation to say Abhinibhatti rather than Abhi. Like Abhidhamma, Abhi is higher, Dhamma is. So Abhiman, if we take a Indian word, Abhiman, Man means vanity, Abhiman means too much of vanity. Right? So if somebody has kept their name as Abhiman, then it's better not to go to them. Okay. So, like I was asking Brinda, what is the significance? All Indian words have some significance, a very good significance on what it represents. So, like in her case, if she develops this attitude of taking negative but still give positive, but not become negative by herself, and that's what Tulsi does. It just takes something from the atmosphere, changes it, gives good, but it doesn't become bad by itself. So it's just like getting the dukkha out, but you are not in dukkha. You are taking everybody's dukkha, but you are not in dukkha. Something like that. So when I said about you, Chirag, I meant your name. Chirag is a person who can take everybody's darkness and light everyone. But in your case, you are sometimes taking your own darkness also along with somebody's darkness. So if you can change that, it will be pretty good. I mean, you are good in that way. The way you try solving people problem, but sometimes you get involved in their problems more than your problem, and then that creates a lot of issues for you. So it's like you giving in quest of giving light to someone, you forget to take back the candle.
Yeah.
Or rather they take you for granted. So many times people take you for granted, and then that creates an issue for. So either you get totally rejected by yourself and start to feel that next time onwards I'm not going to help anyone, or you get so much caught up in that you don't know how to escape out of it. So that's the darkness what I was. I don't know, that is what I saw in your eyes. I don't know how far it is true, but you don't have to answer it now in this public forum. So if you want, you can answer to me later.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, good.
I was just saying, I think at least in the past, I think it was a bigger problem for me in the past, and like over some time I've been working on it. But yeah, I think I'm not always able to make the judgment. I think there are more factors to it. I think yeah, we can discuss. I think let's say we went to the whole discussion if we yeah go into that. Yeah.
No, we don't have to go into it because that's what I saw in something I saw in her eyes yesterday, and hence I made saying that you have your second retreat, and I had seen your eyes earlier, but yesterday it was quite vivid experience for
Hmm.
reading you inside out.
Good,
Okay.
good.
Oh, but only thing is that you can say yes or no to what I have shared.
Yeah, good observation. Yes.
Okay, fine. That's it then. We don't have anything we can end. Otherwise, have something we can. So using the six senses, you can do it. So using the Salayatanavibhanga, you can come to the Four Noble Truths, and that gives you a complete experience. Anusha, Ashutosh, Vipshan, Shreyas. No comments means everything is good.
All good from my side.
Wow,
I
good.
will go back to the sutra and read it. Thank you, Vilasji.
Okay, Amen 141. Yes, are you?
Yeah, I guess when Anusha had that experience of the clenching and the heart relax, that's when he can really see how much dukkha was there.
Yes.
And now it's released.
Yes, so when you really let go, like Ariyu, in your case, when you let go of craving for experience, you can really see a God. But presently, you do what you want to do. Yes, sir. Yes, Anusha.
Also, one observation I was able to stumble upon recently, which I forgot to actually mention yesterday when we had the telephone conversation, Vilasji, is that I went to one of those old Bhante Punyaji's videos and I was reading and I remembered straight away and I sat for meditation. And so, with the letting go, um, I was thinking, like, for example, if a bad memory thought comes to the forefront, and if you are having a feeling of a negative feeling, emotion, first is to accept, okay, now I'm feeling angry, now I'm feeling kind, or something like that. So, attention to that immediately sort of lets go automatically 90%. I think I was struggling more when I was meditating. I was trying to let go of bad thoughts coming into the forefront and rejecting those thoughts rather than accepting it first to realize, okay, it has come. So that made a difference, I think.
Yes, that's right. We need to accept. Most of the time, we end up in not accepting what has come. We want to change. And when you want to change, you're taken dukkha. So every time, when I meditate, whatever comes, any thought coming, accept that yes, this thought has come. Just an observer. Yeah, this has come. It has its own right to come. I can't say, hey, how dare you come? Let's come. Let it come. What is there? Let it be there. I will not give it food. It will get drained by itself. But I have to accept. And that's the reason even in the Satipatthana, he says that saragam vachittam saragam chittam pajanati. I know that thought of raga has come. No need to change, no need to fight with it. The more I fight, the more energy I'm giving it to survive. We not give any energy. Ah, you're calm. Oh, good. Come. Oh, you're going. Okay, bye. Enjoy. So the second time it doesn't come with that strength. The third time it comes with even more lesser strength. And the fourth time it doesn't even come. So when he says sammapadhana, and what it really means is that you don't have to fight with it. You have to endure it. What has come in front of you as a sight or a sound or a taste or a touch or a smell or as a thought, you need to endure. Don't get lost into it. Endure it. A bad thought has come, you endure that thought. Don't associate with it, but don't reject it. You accept it. Yeah, it has come. Yeah, so oh, I didn't know even I can kill somebody. Oh, very good. Okay, now I'm seeing it. Ah, good, good. Oh, shucks, it's gone. Right? And then some other thought will come. And that thought of, let's say, I was having an affair with a girl some 20 years ago, and that girl has come all of a sudden. Now I don't have to make her an old woman like me, 50 plus, and with gray hairs and all that. At that time, she was very attractive, and now it has come. I can see, so nice. Oh, let her come. Oh, shucks, she is gone. Oh my goodness. Oh, gone. Bye. Okay, bye bye. Next. So if I do practice, if I have that sati like that, it keeps on going away because it's coming from my own experience, right? It's not that somebody's experience, it's my own experience. I had a liking for a girl 20 years ago, and my wife didn't know it. I never said that, I didn't say. So I was enjoying her and I was enjoying my wife also in my knowledge or ignorance or whatever it is. So now that girl is coming, so let her come. What's there? I can't now fight. Hey, you know what? I am a saint. Why this thought comes? Let it come. What is there? And I can share here also. Yeah, this girl had come. What you think? How does it matter? You might think that Anagami shouldn't be getting all of this. Let it come. It's fine. It's come. But I'm not reacting to it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just letting it go. It just comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes. That's it. Like body feeling comes and goes. You can't do anything about it. What you can do about it? Just comes and goes. So everything comes and goes. Ultimately, you also come and go. A time will come, you have come, and time will come, you will go. This letting go. That's it. Don't hold on to anything. Just leave it. That's the relief. So when I do that, I am already in the seventh jhana, akinchayatana, nothingness. The only jhana I need to practice in life is eight jhana. Daily practice is either existing nor non-existing. That is the consciousness so subtle that you can't say you are not existing to say that you are existing, or you can't say you are existing to say you are non-existing. And this is the state of the turiya, the fourth, where you are first awake, six senses. Then it goes into a dream state when not activity, so you go to sleep. Some senses will sleep, get into a sleep state. Then it goes into a deep sleep state, like in the night. When you are in a deep sleep, you don't exist. But in the state of the fourth, you know you exist, and yet you know you don't exist. What it means is that you know the six senses are there, but you're not participating in it. But you know you have six senses. So you're aware. But the six senses create feelings and perception. So when you drop off the feeling and perception, the six senses no longer are accessible. That's the food for the consciousness. So depriving the food to the consciousness, it means that you no longer can exist. So you ended the journey. No six senses, no rebirth. So you've ended. So the journey ends. Journey begins with six senses, journey ends without six senses. So the dukkha starts with six senses, and the sukha, nibbanam paramam sukham, is when you are not grasping onto the six senses. Instantly, you're transformed. And that's all. That's the whole gist of Buddha Dhamma. So first and foremost, I need to accept that it is coming. Okay? Coming. Like what Anusha was saying. It's coming. That is coming. This object is coming. Now, no matter how much I fight that Vrinda is a female, Anusha is a female, I can't say Vrinda is a male. I mean, I think she's a male. I think she's a no matter how much I struggle, it's not going to work because female is a female. So you're going to recognize her to be a female. Whether I'm a saint or I'm a sinner, female is a female, a male is a male. No point in fighting. But do I get any kind of vibrations as liking, disliking, neutral when I see Vrinda or Anusha? Question. If I don't get anything, it's won the game because the six senses are not reacting to it. If I am getting something, some feeling when I see her, when I see Anusha, and I feel that she looks pretty, then the problem has begun. So now it's dukkha. You need to get her here, and that cannot happen. So till you get her, or till I get her, then I need to fight for it. What if I don't want to get her at all, get anyone at all, or anything at all? Yes.
Could you say that Anagami has tamed the five animals, but the mind is still moving?
No, the mind is not moving. The mind has gone into the jhanas. He has removed sensuality, like grazing.
Including thoughts, even for thoughts.
The grazing is not there. Sensual grazing is not there. And hence he is peaceful. But his respite from the sensuality is now rupa and arupa jhanas. So whenever sensual thing comes, he doesn't enjoy. Agreed. But he is addicted to the other one.
Isn't that an enjoyment of the mind's sense door?
Yes, it is. It is. That's the reason he is still an anagami. He's still a trainee, right? Who said he's an arhat?
Which means this mind animal is still going around a little bit into the jhana.
Obviously, who said no? That is a higher thing than the sensual.
No, I guess in that sense, the five animals are tamed. But this mind still have subtle movements.
6 animals are tamed. The 6th animal is now residing in a higher realm, for that matter. It is not going to come into the womb realm any longer. Meaning it cannot be reborn even as a human being. If at all it wants to born as a human being, it is cut off from there. That's what it means. So what happens here is that the rupa jhanas, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 jhanas, he's mastered it. At any point in time, this person can be in that. Even while talking, even while bathing, even while dressing, even whatever he is doing, he can be in that state. That is the turiya state he can enter. Right? Where it used to be an effort, now it is seamless. He can just be there. Simple. Now, if he is in that, he gets addicted to it. Just like a normal person is addicted to sensuality, he is addicted to that. It is a de-addiction from both is what Nibbana is. So, if I go to Goenka's Vipassana retreat, first retreat, second retreat, 10th retreat, 20th retreat, 30th retreat, 100-day retreat, 500-day retreat, 1000-day retreat, it is good. But I'm addicted to it. That means whenever I get wet, I go there to dry myself. So, which is a better addiction? Seeing a movie is a good addiction, or going to the Vipassana center is a better addiction? Going to Vipassana center is 1,000 times better addiction than going for a movie, or going to Pizza Hut for a pizza, or going to some other, let us say, Hoover's Dam, driving from San Francisco all the way to Hoover's Dam and watching the dam and coming back, the dam thing, and coming back with some selfies. It's far worse than going and sitting in a Vipassana class. It's the best thing, but still it's an addiction. So what? How are you placed on Sunday? And the person might say, my Sunday is completely blocked. I start at 5 a.m. in the morning and end at around 12 in the night. What do? I meditate. But we are going to Hoover's Dam. Go to whichever dam. That's a dam thing. I don't want to come there. I want to sit and meditate. Why? Because this is much pleasurable than that. So the mind leaves the lesser pleasure for a higher pleasure. What if I have to drop pleasure entirely? And that is Nibbana. So that's the reason Buddha never puts anagami in a higher place. He says he's a seeker, learner, trainee. I'm way far away, my dear friend. Don't worry. I'm still a trainee. You and I are together. We are actually made for each other. So don't worry about it. You are few steps behind me and I am few steps ahead of you. But we are still in the jail. Don't worry. We have still not been given any kind of parole that now you can walk away. I've applied. They said, no, sorry, wrong number. So don't worry, sir. I am also in the same problem like you are. So this is how you can watch somebody is an anagami for himself or not. The 6 senses and what it does. So you don't have to go and ask someone, am I an anagami? You yourself come to know with all of this. And same thing with Sotapanna, Sakadagami. No. Okay, all right. Today we are 2 hours. Wow, beautiful. I've forgotten it's already 2 hours, almost. Any other questions before we close? Otherwise, we close. Brinda, hope I didn't bore you with all of this because I'm asking you because the first day we are going with such high technology things.
Actually, I came to the room to get something and then I just sat here.
Okay,
So not
got bored.
no.
No, okay.
I'm absorbing what it. A little bit overwhelmed, but not.
Okay. Overwhelmed, yes. Yeah, it is too much of information. Okay, you have got Aryu. He's going to put down in a very nice fashion. You
Yeah.
you have an expert staying very close to you.
Yeah.
But seriously, he's too good. I mean, his knowledge base is really good.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to pull your leg. I'm seriously telling that you have a very good knowledge.
We told him yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I've been following for the longest time.
No, you are also practicing. I mean, your what I can say, intellectual knowledge is really good, more better than any other person. So you can take a teacher role sooner or later. So don't worry. Okay, fine then. And we meet tomorrow with something else. Bye, good night, and good day to others. Bye.
Right. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Teruvan Sarangal.
Yeah, Thermal
David.